Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order of the Mount Angel City Council, October 7th, 2024. Being flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Counselor Fowl.
Here.
Counselor Eater.
Here.
Counselor Hofer.
Here.
Counselor Storga.
Here.
Counselor Donahue.
Here.
Counselor Ott is absent. Mayor Wall.
Here, thank you. Do we have any presentations scheduled?
We're not aware of anyone. I talked with Colby at 5 tonight. He
Okay,
said that no one had signed up to speak tonight. But
okay,
there are 2 people present in the audience.
nothing to start?
Oh, yes, so,
Can you state your name, please?
my name is, you want the full name?
Sure.
My name is Nathan Thompson, and I was coming here today because I wanted to propose a flag for Mount Angel.
Okay,
Can I maybe use the,
Podium? Oh, I didn't bring it out. I'm sorry. Oh,
I was wondering if I could,
share screen.
yeah, or like hook my computer up to that somehow.
We're really not set up to do that, but you're certainly welcome to hold up your screen and so people can see if that's what you'd like to do.
This is the design that I've come up with. So sort of my idea for it was to essentially use the design that we have for our flags we hang up at Oktoberfest, but essentially to make it green, since we're, of course, in Oregon. So, yeah.
Can I say something in rebut or comment? Sure.
Yeah. yeah, fine.
Is there anything written on this flag or
No,
it's just a
yeah, just,
geometric shape?
yeah,
Okay, it's just.
yeah, just, wait and see here.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna ask you, how would that distinguish Mount Angel?
Well, Mount Angel has never really had a flag, of course, and, for one thing, this is a very unique design. This is, based on the Bavarian flag that we, use at Oktoberfest, and, so it really wouldn't be like any other flag used anywhere else in the world. And there are quite a few other flags of different cities in Oregon. I think a lot of them aren't very good, so we would probably not have a lot of competition.
Okay. Well, thank you for the idea. Maybe, if you'd like to make a formal request to the council in writing sometime, we could consider whether we want to move forward or not with it.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to review of accounts payable. I'll go around and Councilor Hooper, any questions, comments?
I do not.
Councilor Fowl?
Just wanna make sure I understand something, so when I see stuff for Civil West or the COG, which is labeled dark. That is reimbursed by the landowner requesting the action. Basically, there's a deposit and then we give a final billing at the end, right?
I believe we charge $1,000 deposit, and I'm not sure if we charge them over and above that $1,000 or not.
Usually it's under, so I know that we have refunded that.
Okay. I was just double checking, cause we got one on here, the COG's like almost $2,000, so.
Got it.
Just a question for the next time I can find that out, that'd be great. All ahead.
Councilor Shorter, you have any questions on the accounts payable?
I do. Packet page 11
Okay.
under Water Lab. This one's for Alan. Alan, on the chlorine study and routine water samples. On the chlorine samples, are you guys, is that just for compliance, or is that a special sample?
The chlorine, the routine water samples is our monthly back T samples that we take. The chlorine study was billed to me late, but that was prior to chlorination. So I took in several big jugs of water to the water lab, just for them to test our water, add chlorine to it in different amounts of chlorine, just to see what the reaction would be. But that was months ago, but the bill just came in. So that's not a routine, that was just for in-house.
Okay. That's all I had.
Councilor Donovan?
No,
Councilor Eder?
so that is a one-time expense?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have.
I have nothing. So we will move along. Next item is a consent agenda. Approved city council meeting minutes of September 3rd, 2024.
Motion to approve.
A second.
Yeah. That was motion. Wait, we have to adjust my phone. Motion by Councilor Fowl, second by Councilor Hofer to approve the consent agenda. Roll call, please.
Councilor Fowl,
Aye.
Councilor Eder,
Aye.
Councilor Hofer,
Aye.
Councilor Astorga,
Aye.
Councilor Donahue,
Aye.
Councilor Ott is absent. Mayor Wall.
Aye. Okay, our next item is unfinished business, and we have two items. One is ordinance number 778, which is change to the spending limits. We've had this on a couple of times. And this is for the second reading. And I'll read it by title. An ordinance amending city manager and department head spending limits established in Mount Angel Municipal Code, Chapter 2, Chapter 35.
I move to hold a second reading of ordinance 778.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Councilor Fowl, second by Councilor Hofer for second reading approval of ordinance number 778. Roll call, please.
Councilor Ott is absent. Councilor Fowl,
Aye.
Councilor Eder,
Aye.
Councilor Hofer,
Aye.
Councilor Astorga,
Aye.
Councilor Donahue,
Aye.
Mayor Wall.
Aye. Next item is ordinance number 779. This is also second reading of amending our code relating to sidewalks. And this is an ordinance amending the Mount Angel Municipal Code, section 93.087 relating to sidewalk injuries and liability.
Move to conduct a second reading of ordinance 779.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Hooper, second by Councilor Paul. On the second reading of ordinance number 779.
Counselor, I'm sorry. Counselor Donahue,
Aye.
Counselor Ott is absent. Counselor Fowl,
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
Aye.
Counselor Hopper,
Aye.
Counselor Astorga,
Aye.
Mayor Wall.
Aye. Thank you. The next item is the audit agreement extension. And I will hand it over to our finance director, I believe.
Yeah, I forgot to remind you that it's a joint meeting of the contract review board and
So this is the contract review board. I'll call it meeting order.
I was listening in on last month's meeting and I got to hear their questions about the audit contract. And I was like, well, he should remember that we just extended it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I better go check. My intention, and the auditors and I went back and forth and we were both in agreement that we wanted an extension. However, I forgot to put it on the council agenda back in earlier in the year. So it is before you here. I believe this goes through 2026. After the end of that, we will have to create a new agreement. Because the original agreement only allowed for 2 extensions after the original 2 years.
Okay,
Clarifying question. The contract is through 2026, giving them time to audit fiscal year ending 2025.
I believe that's correct. I have notes in my office.
Okay, well, it says process of auditing fiscal year 2024 to 25, and then the actual renewal date ends June 30th of 26.
That's correct. Then I put that in the.
okay. Any other questions? I had, I just want to say one thing. I dealt with a lot of auditors. I had some contact with this auditor and they were very responsive, so I'm pretty pleased with the work they've done and their responsiveness, so. Any other questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion.
I move to authorize Mark Daniel to sign the amendment extending our agreement with Singer Lewick for auditing services.
I'll second.
You wanted to do
Wait.
It's a Joe and David show. Okay, I'm going to call for roll call, please.
Counselor Astorga,
Aye.
Counselor Donahue,
it. Aye.
Counselor Ott is absent. Counselor Fowl,
Aye.
Counselor Eater,
Aye.
Counselor Hopper,
Aye.
Mayor Wall.
Aye. Thank you. Our next item is we have an application for a student counselor from Lilia Morales Sandoval. And she was the young lady who was our intern at the library this summer. She was an application and several letters, very positive letters of recommendation attached in your packet.
So on this one, Mr. Mayor, the application looks amazing. I haven't been able to confirm, but my understanding is there were 2 other students who are trying to apply and having difficulties. I don't know if with Colby being gone, if we've been able to confirm that or not.
I don't believe they've been received as of the council packet prep. In fact, hers was the day before council packet prep deadline. And the submission deadline for that. So I wouldn't know.
Okay. So just because I haven't been able to confirm, but there was 2 other interested parties and one of them had let Esmeralda High School know that she had submitted hers to Colby. So, but we haven't been able to confirm that, so for whatever that's worth. There could be one other participant interested.
Well, if we want to table this to the next meeting, we can.
We've had 2 in the past, haven't we?
Yeah, we can,
At one
yeah, we
time.
can have 2, so. Yeah, we have had 2.
Yeah.
Perfect, I just didn't want to, wouldn't fit, you know, wouldn't hurt to wait another month,
Pardon?
wouldn't hurt to wait another month.
I'll entertain a motion if, to appoint Noelia. For now, and if we get others, we can consider those.
And can I jump in real quick? So even though this has been a single counselor or a single student counselor, really what this, and if you look at the cap, it kind of lays it out, that what we're trying to build here at some point is a youth advisory council. So a group of kids, a group of young people, more than just one, maybe more than 2, up to 10, 5 to 10 JFK students that would be able to advise council on certain issues. I was a part of the Salem Youth Advisory Council in Salem. I was appointed by the city council to that group as an advisor. And so they took, you know, issues back from council and potential, you know, legislation that council was interested in hearing what youth perspective was. And then they presented in a little bit different format than what we are used to, with only having one person from JFK kind of representing the high school and all the youth there. So I think appointing the current applicant right now, and if council wants to appoint somebody else later, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
agree, thank you.
I make the motion to appoint Noelia Morales Sandoval to the position of Youth Advisory Council for 1-year term ending June 31st, 2025.
I'll second.
Of course. Yeah. Motion by Councilor Fowle, second by Councilor Volker. To appoint Noelia Morales Sandoval to the Youth Advisory Council. Roll call, please.
Councilor Holder?
Aye.
Councilor Sorga?
Aye.
Councilor Donovan?
Aye.
Councilor Ott? Is absent, excuse me. Councilor Fowle?
Aye.
Councilor Eater?
Aye.
Mayor Wall?
Aye. Okay, thank you. This item is my item. So our city manager evaluation, performance evaluation is due, I think in July, but I tend to break fast on occasions. Anyway, I'm ready to do it. I have hard copies of the evaluation form. I'm going to hand them out. It's to say, we haven't changed the form. Well, we eliminated something that wasn't necessary, but I'm gonna hand them out, ask you to get them back in my mailbox by October 18th. And then I will do a correlation and a summary, and we will have our evaluation on whatever our November meeting is. So, and I don't want to nag, so I'm gonna hand them out and give them scout honor to get them in my mailbox by the 18th. And I'll get a hold of,
Tell needs to.
oh, yeah, you'll see him, okay? And,
Counselor Storga, I have yours.
All right, I'll let you fill it out too.
and I'll get the other counselors, I'll get it to her, so. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. You have anything to say about that?
Our next council meeting will be November 4th.
November 4th, so. We do that on November 4th. And then you don't have to vote on that, so our next item is city manager report.
Okay, I can't hardly wait to tell you this since my evaluation's coming out, but you know me. So I was recently notified that the $100,000 grant that I submitted for through Senator Merkley and Senator Wyden's office did not make it to the next level. So it unfortunately was cut from their budget. I have been in touch with Senator Wyden's aide, and we will be meeting soon to explore other funding opportunities. Just like this funding opportunity, he seemed to think that we'll find some others. So I'm gonna take him at his word, I'm gonna hold him. So, but be that what it is, even if we don't receive other grant funding, we will be setting up a way so that we are able to pay for that project and get it done. So we are definitely moving ahead with it to get it done. Chlorination is going well. I'm sure that you're all aware from the weekly updates that the well from motors, well motor from well number 7 had to be removed. Right? 6. That's the problem. This one up here should be 6. No, it should be 7. It's my dyslexic problem.
I'm not the only one.
So the well 6, I'll say it sometimes. The motor from well 6, where we did a lot of extensive work on that particular motor, actually more than a year ago, shorted out, and so it had to be pulled out and then taken to the shop and rewound. And I'm hoping that we're going to get it back soon.
It's supposed to be back today, but it's gonna be tomorrow,
Okay,
early morning.
awesome. So that all happened while my public works director was hunting. So Jason and I learned an awful lot about well motors and all the systems that go with it. So, but you know, I want to tell you.
So Alan duct taped it together until we got out of town.
There's probably some chewing gum and some baling twine, but the cool thing is because of everything we've done really over the last year and even longer, we have such a great relationship with the vendors that we had to call in to kind of diagnose this and figure out what the problem was, because it wasn't abundantly obvious. They had to go through a process to determine what the problem was. And our folks from OEWU even commented that they've never seen these vendors come in as quick to diagnose a problem as they did. And clearly it's because of the relationship that Alan and our team have built with these vendors to get them out and diagnose this problem, get it fixed as quickly as possible. So big kudos to Alan and our public works team and the entire team. But if it wasn't for that, we might still be waiting. I'm also proud to report that Public Works is getting ready for the changing seasons. They've been jetting certain lines, vacuuming out catch basins. One of the areas that we had an overflow, down on South Main Street, where we have some rental properties that are pouring a lot of grease into our sanitary sewer. And so we had a clog and it overflowed about a year ago. And it was a really tough situation in the winter to be able to deal with. So Alan and the group went out there with our back truck and they jetted that line. And they actually, before it got completely plugged, pushed through a really gross looking bunch of grease out of that line and freed it up so that we wouldn't have a reoccurrence this winter. So kudos to Alan and the guys for going out there and taking care of business. Thank you. ODOT will begin notifications and general communications very soon in regards to the ADA ramp project in town. You will all likely hear from, I'm sure, community members as this project starts getting ramped up. They're going to be communicating with all the property owners and all the tenants along North Main Street and anybody else who's been impacted. So I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen very soon. I still don't know exactly when the project is actually going to be starting, when they're going to break ground, but this is a great indication that they're moving ahead pretty quick. And since it's all on our minds, or at least we've thought about it, not that we can anticipate any storms like Helene or the impending Milton, but I have pulled out our emergency operations plan and we'll be emailing parts to our staff, including council, to be familiar with in the event that there is a major event, particularly over the winter months. So we in fact do and will continue city operations. If anybody wants to look at it, I did not prepare enough for everybody tonight, but if anybody wants to look at it, I brought with me the two sections that are most important to that, in case you had a dying desire to learn about what we're going to do. But it's been in our EOP since I revised it back in 2021.
But you are gonna email it to us, you said also,
I'm going to,
parts of it?
yeah, I'll probably scan these and email them,
Okay.
these certain sections. What I'd really like for everybody to do is to bring in your flash drive. And I thought that we'd put them on the flash drive, but the emergency operations plan, I'd be happy to put the emergency operations plan on your flash drive so you have it. And just so that you know, I did put us in to get a revision of our emergency operations plan done by Marion County. We are in line, and they will probably begin in earnest of the revision of our plan sometime mid next year. But there's a first group of about 10 places that they're doing right now, maybe less, and then we're in the second group. And then I'm sure you've all seen by reading the weeks in review that city staff have all been quite busy, but we're a leadership team, such as they are here tonight. We are the survivors. Everybody else is really sick. We're happy to answer any questions that you might have.
You guys are going back. I was already saying.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Right, thank you. Counselor reports, I'll start with Counselor Fowl.
I got three things tonight. One is a friendly reminder, since we just did our final update on our audit contract, that we should put a RFP, start putting the RFP together so it's ready to go when this one expires in a year. Cause I think we're gonna have to go out based on the dollar value, right? For audit services again.
Yes, last year I didn't get any responses, and so we just could do the same thing. We don't have to do an official RFP. We can just request proposals and maybe not get any, but Singer Levac and just go with them again.
So we're in a weird spot up in my neighborhood. You made me think of it when you're talking about backing out catch basins and stuff like that. Cause CAM only built out like half of their lots. And so a bunch of those basins still have construction bags in them years later.
For
And so
the catch basin.
the catch basins have the bags still in them. So I don't know if that's an issue or not, but
Well,
now you know.
if it's still technically under construction or it's going to be under construction, I think you're supposed to be level.
Okay.
But is there, let me ask the question. So since they've been in there for several years and they're probably laden with all kinds of sediment, that kind of thing, Should they be looked at, to make sure that water can flow? I mean, they're there to impede, runoff, I mean, the silt and dirt and rock and that kind of thing, right? That's what they're there for.
Yeah, just keep the soil. So.
Okay, can we look at them to make sure, because if they're blocked up, I want to make sure the water is able to flow.
Have you noticed them filling up?
I haven't noticed them filling up, but some of them look like wonderful little bits of botany going on in them.
Okay, all right.
And then the last thing is, so on the ODOT notification and input. I understand like most of the ramps are just gonna be ramps, but places where they're talking about doing like the crossings, or maybe I'm specifically thinking about West Markham, East Markham and the thing like that. I know it's ODOT's road, are we going to have an opportunity to look at that and provide any input, or at least know about it before they do it? So we can expect something,
Well, I already have plans.
okay, perfect. I just didn't want to see it, all of a sudden something goes up and we're answering questions and we had no idea it was coming, so.
Real good idea.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Counselor Donahue? No? Counselor Eater?
We had a resident ask me, because I think he was on this before, do we still have an infrastructure task force?
Well, I mean, I think technically we do, but we
Yeah, it hasn't
Yeah,
kind of,
haven't met.
We anticipate their next meeting to be in 2025.
yeah. We kind of handed over the plans to the engineer, so we were really waiting for that. And do you know when we'll get the water plan?
As soon as Alan and I get through the water plan and tell our engineer we're good to move ahead.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
Councilor Hall? Okay, thank you. Mayor's report, I don't have anything other than we have an election coming up, don't forget to vote. And if there's anything else for the good of the order, I am going to adjourn this meeting.